Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Hunter x Hunter KILLUA. And I know a lot of you have contacted me about how to pronounce the name of the show, and it has been confirmed that you do pronounce the X. It's right there, so that's how I'm pronouncing it. And go algorithm, go. This guy is probably better than his buddy Gon, and Gon is a figure who people have been requesting goes in my display shelf, in my display cabinet for a very long time, and maybe now that I am reviewing this guy, I'll put them both in together. But until then, probably not. Okay, so let's go ahead and get him off the stand and take a closer look. Alright, now, before we look at the figure, I do want to show you my package. It is a good package. He does kind of disappear in there because Hasbro, oh my gosh. The Hasbro of Japan seems to like to put the background similar to the same color as the main color of the figure, which is not ideal, if you ask me, but hey, I'm not the one making the decisions. There he is. Should he go in my display cabinet series? Let me know. But this guy does look much better, and we're going to review him. The box is decent. Okay, let's get him off the stand. Nope, we already did that. Let's look at the figure and measure him. He's in stock at Big Bad Toy Store. If you want to get one, I'll put a link in the description below. He is just about 5 inches, let's say a little bit less, probably like 4 7/8 to the top of where his head would be, not counting his hair. That's going to make him about, we'll say 12.5 inches, not counting his hair. And there he is up against Big Daddy Darwin right there. All right, question of the day. Is this show worth watching? I know a lot of people are going to say yes, but does anybody have a counter opinion saying, yeah, you know what, don't bother? I'm just curious, because it's on my list. I just haven't had time to get to it. All right, let's get into this figure. I have to say, I am very impressed from the jump. It looks nice. The shading in the hair is sublime. It is very, very nicely shaded. Or they've done something weird with the plastic that makes it look shaded. But no, I'm pretty sure it's just a nice paint job that's so subtle and beautiful that it looks good. The face looks nice. The rest of the figure looks plasticky, but it's a good sculpt. And I think they've done a good job with the joint work on this guy such that he looks nice for being fairly cut up. I think that's okay. His shorts are wobbly, but that's part of the articulation. A little bit of wobble in the legs and whatnot, but I think it's going to be okay. It looks pretty good right off the bat. I don't know about these dots on his shoes. They look a little bit off-center. Are they supposed to be slightly off-center? They are. Otherwise, he looks decent. Needs way more paint. I'm going to go... I really like the sculpt and the hair. I'm going to say 8 out of 10. He looks nice, but he definitely looks too plasticky, so you could knock him down and I wouldn't argue. Okay, let's talk about the accessories. We have a whole alternate head. It looks pretty darn cool. The hair is just awesome. It's translucent, and it has blue tips, and that looks really nice, so that's good. We get a bunch of faces. Those all look really nice. Very nicely done. You get a decent spread of hands, everything you're going to need, and then you get his electricity or his lightning or whatever you want to call it. I guess I would call it electricity. That's a pretty good spread of accessories. I don't know anything about the character, so maybe there could be more, but that seems like plenty. And it doesn't really have a display stand. That's the only problem. And I say doesn't really because Bandai won't include them. Anyway, it's a good spread of accessories. I'm going to go 9 out of 10. That's a lot. That's a lot for not a very expensive figure, so I'm pretty happy about that. And now let's get into the articulation where I think this guy might shine. Let's take a look. Let's pop the head off, or the face. Ball pegs. That's what we want to see. Ball pegs in the neck, ball pegs in the head. I love it. Let's see how well we can actually move it around. He's very spiky. Alright, so I think pretty well. Because they separated the hair here, there's a huge gap in there, but that's only when he's looking down. When he's looking up, it fills in. I think this works. Does his face pop off as you're posing it? Yeah, maybe a little, but not like all the way off. It could be better, but his head moves around what I would say is well enough. That's okay. Now for the shoulders, you can raise the arms all the way up. It gets a little weird the way they've been doing their shoulders lately, but you do get all the way up there. You can bring it all the way across the chest. I think this is a nice set of shoulders. It's a couple of ball pegs. I'm guessing there's another one on the inside that lets this work. But yeah, he moves pretty naturally, pretty organically. It's not annoying. A lot of these figures nowadays can pose, but they're just the most annoying things to handle. This guy's fine, other than his armpit having a chunk missing a little bit right there. Works pretty well. And then the arm is on a ball peg in there, so it moves around extra. You get your bicep swivel there, and up there, because that's a floating piece. So that's fine. Double jointed elbow, even with the shirt sleeve, works nicely. Not the best looking elbow, but perfectly functional. That's nice. Ball hinge wrist gives him tons of range. Maybe the ball's a little bit too big, but it does work well. Now for the torso, I'm guessing this guy moves really well. He should. If Bandai didn't do any weird over-engineering crap, it should just lean all the way back. Oh, it doesn't lean all the way back. It looks nice for what it's doing, but it doesn't lean that far back. Or that far forward. Can I just fold it more? Maybe this is a soft piece. Maybe I can just... Alright, that's as far as he's gonna go. Not using the hips. Oops. Without using the hips, that's as far as we're gonna get it. Leaning back, can I force it? Yeah, not really. It's fine. I was expecting a little bit more, but at least it looks good for what it's doing. Yeah, it's fine. I was expecting more. They've done a hinge. They've done a weird hinge in there that they didn't need to do. Oh well. Okay, let's check out the legs. Going out to the side. These loose pieces are annoying. They're so annoying. They shouldn't be that loose. Like, I get that they're floating, but they shouldn't be that loose. So he can do almost the splits if you break his legs. You need the leg to be straight, at least in this line, or his leg's broken. So that doesn't look good. Bringing him down, you can do that. That looks okay. You can have extra here. Then, yeah, it's not perfect. That's for sure. He can kick high. And it goes back nicely, so that's good. So there's some utility here, and then you get your thigh swivel. Oh wait, that just floats around like the most annoying thing ever. You get your ball peg down here, which is going to be useful for posing, and of course you get your swivel out of that. Double jointed knee, if you work around the shorts, he gets decent range. It's not great. He's a little bit loose. I mean, not like floppy loose, but it's just shy of floppy loose. So that's a little bit irritating, but good knee joint. I think that's a pretty nice knee joint. And then for the ankles, the feet go all the way back and pretty darn far forward. Ankle rocker is wonderful, and the toe hinge is pretty darn good. Not perfect, but pretty good. So, on paper, this guy's articulation is really nice. In practice, it's not as good as I would like it to be, but it's certainly going to be good enough. I don't think he needs to do Spider-Man poses, and he can definitely hit all of the poses that he can on the box. Like, easily, no problem. He's a very nuanced pose friendly figure because of all the ball pegs in the arms and hips and things. You should be able to pose him pretty well. Should be better given the way he's designed, but the joints do work well enough. I'll give his articulation an 8 out of 10. I was expecting a 9 or 9.5, but 8 is pretty good. Okay, time for the final verdict on this guy. Is he a welcomed addition to the Hunter X Hunter collection? Yes, I would say so, and I guess I need to watch the anime and see if I actually want to own this figure or not. So let me know about that. But yeah, I'm going to give him an overall rating of 8 out of 10. Pretty good release. Lots of stuff to like about it. A few nagging issues here and there, but nothing too crazy. So that's it for me. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll be done. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day, and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.